Did you notice there was a big-time visitor at Texas A&M against Missouri? Football, yes, but also other visitors in other sports, as there always is, including this guy. That is 16-year-old gold medalist Quincy Wilson, who has the under 18, basically world record in the 400 meter on the men's side. He has the high school record. One of those, by the way, stood for about 30 years, and he finds himself at a Texas A&M game. I cannot stress. Someone quote tweeted my tweet about this, and I think they said, if you don't understand track and field, this is like the equivalent of a 6-star recruit. And I thought that was just perfectly said. By what we can tell on Instagram, this is the only school he's visited to this point. Not to say it will be the last. But Texas A&M, if you're new to the Aggies track and field program, I will just tell you, they have a track record, no pun intended, on the 400-meter side that is very, very impressive. I mean, you've got Bryce Dedman, Fred Curley, before he made the switch to 100 meters. A thing Mo ran 400 at A&M and then did 800 at the Olympics in the World Championship level. Shamir Little, 400-meter hurdler, who was a gold medalist in the mixed relay this past summer in Paris. You have, let's see, who did I say? Fred Curley, Bryce Dedman, who's been on some relays, Shamir Little, Cherokee Young recently was someone who, for Jamaica, she's in the relay pool there. And so anyways, A&M has a big track record. Ahmad Robinson is a national championship contender this year, in my opinion. They won the 4x4 Open Championship this past year, and then in 2022, they were indoor champions. So that's 2 for the men's side, 2 national championships in the 4x4 in the last 3 years when you include indoor, outdoor. Here's what I want you to think about for Quincy Wilson, whether or not he comes to Texas A&M or not. And it's early, and I know he's got pro options and pro aspirations. These are the kind of athletes in these sports that bring so much attention in a good way to Texas A&M athletics, and the fact that it's not just a one-trick pony with we put all our eggs in the football basket and that's it. Okay. I think one of the things I love about covering Texas A&M is they have elite high-level competitors across campus in all these different sports. Okay. And my commitment to you on this show is to let you know about those athletes and those programs, by the way, too. Even if some of these athletes don't pan out to be superstars at the professional level, but they're winning conference and national championships, I want you to know about it. I think you deserve to know about it. There was so much excitement about that post. I had more excitement about that post than I did all day for anything I did football related. Okay. And, I was thinking about this too. The thing that's cool about covering Aggies is I guarantee you if there was a top, I was thinking in terms of like tennis and golf, for example, if there was a top 30 player in the world on either side that was from Texas A&M, I guarantee you would hear about them all the time in terms of A&M fans, and people would know. Similar to how I think Fred Curley right now or Thing Mo, Aggies know about those athletes and that they came from Texas A&M. Like maybe the diehard Aggies, maybe not the super casual Aggies, but like they have Alex Caruso, great example. I know that's NBA and that's a little bit easier, but my point is those athletes are going to be, so big time celebrities or stars or whatever in their sport, whether or not we pay attention to what they do at Texas A&M or not. I want to be a bridge to help you know about these people as they're coming up, as they're going through Texas A&M, and as they go on to chart whatever they do. But getting back to tennis and golf, I was saying if you have a top 30 player in the world, I'm pretty sure there would be constant excitement around those players. Like Francis Tiafoe, if you know men's tennis, pretty good American player. I wouldn't quite say elite, but I'm not sure what his ranking is. But yeah, he's kind of in that boat. If he was an Aggie, I guarantee you, even people who don't consider them tennis fans at Texas A&M or don't really follow the sport, there would be a level of interest in following Francis Tiafoe if he was an Aggie, if Coco Gauff was an Aggie. Okay, this is probably Quincy Wilson being at Texas A&M is probably more on that track, right? In terms of level of stardom at the respective ages. If Coco Gauff was an Aggie, we talk about her all the time, and I want to. If Sam Bennett becomes a top 30 golfer in the world, we'll talk about him all the time. Okay, but I don't want to just do that when he gets there. I want to do that on the way up. So, Mary Stoyana is arguably the best player in women's college tennis. Just helped them win a national championship. You don't think she could maybe crack the top 50 of professional tennis someday? And then maybe make a run deep into a Grand Slam? I think so. Okay, so I'm going to let you know about Mary Stoyana, all those ladies, all the fellas, in all the sports as much as we can, okay? So I just wanted to say that. Really exciting for Texas A&M track and field. Bring Quincy home, man. That would be unbelievable. They also have, there's a lot of – actually, I need to think about this as far as the timing lining up. A&M has Asama Singa, who was a 100-meter sprinter who was breaking all sorts of records for his age group from Suriname, or representing Suriname, I should say. He's I think he was going to high school in Florida and came to Texas A&M, had a whole dramatic suspension based on what he said. He got Gatorade Player of the Year, and then he got a pack from Gatorade that gave him basically performance-enhancing drugs that made him test positive for that type of stuff. And then he got banned for 3 years. And so that kind of derailed him. That's a whole long story. But what I was going to say is by the time Quincy Wilson would come in, he's serving a 3-year ban right now with Samasinga. I think he would be able to potentially compete alongside Texas A&M. So if you had a Singa and Quincy Wilson competing on the same team, man, that would be something to behold. So just food for thought, a man can dream.